So here we are at 69520 Huerta Court. Let me get my camera image good. So as we know, it's up against this wall, and I believe Gerald Ford is on the other side of this. So right now they're doing lawn work. You can hear those blowers and whatnot. They're a little noisy, but cars do go by. There's none right this minute, but you can hear them, and I'll try and catch some just to give you a sense of the sound. Well, right this minute, it's hard to gauge the traffic going by because of the guys like that. So I'm gonna go inside. Hopefully you can even hear me talking. So now you can hear that gentleman outside. You know, they're doing their landscaping, which is nice, of course. But they're noisy and it's hard to register the automobiles going by. So, gonna do some walking through the unit. Hallway just off the left, if you come in the front door. First room on the left. Again, you can hear these guys outside and this light is not coming on. And they're kind of blasting it. I mean, they can't help it, obviously. Continuing, there's a kind of closet in the hallway. At the end of this hall, you see ducting for HVAC. You've got laminate flooring. Obviously, this is not original. It looks updated to some degree. You still got popcorn ceiling, which most people take the time to remove. It's a little more contemporary to get rid of that. But laminate flooring throughout. Next bedroom, no recessed overhead lighting, you know, which is something you might want to add, as well as removing that popcorn. Just my humble opinion. Get a little bit of a view out this window. But there's no, sconces or overhead lighting in this room. Closet, some built-in shelves, functional laminate all the way around. I'm seeing it everywhere, which is good. Heading into what I assume is a master bedroom. Again, we have an overhead light. It's not coming on. It might be a light bulb issue, but it's not coming on. So, big window here. Pretty nice view. And those guys are not working right now, so you can kind of sense the house. The unit's pretty quiet so far, since they are no longer doing their thing. Let's head over to that bathroom. So coming over to the bathroom, we have, looks pretty original. That tile probably goes back to the day. Popcorn overhead as well. Laminate continuing. And there's a closet, walk-in closet really, not a huge one, but you can walk into it with shelving and racks for clothing. Different, there's more pegs to change or add shelving units. And the toilet's over here. And a small shower here. Original or older. I'm gonna guess this is original. Bar for somebody who needed a grip. Clean, it's not bad. It might want an update on the bathroom shower. Heading back out of the master, wrapping around to the hallway. Let's go down the hall. We got a closet, and we have laundry. Ta-da! older units, but they probably work good. I think sometimes the older ones are better than the new ones. But laundry. And then our next bathroom. Okay, so we have probably the originals here. With laminate flooring. And you know, it's clean, it's definitely usable. This is a livable unit. But, you know, maybe a little dated, to be honest. Let's take a look underneath here. Not bad. Back out into the hallway, and so here we are at the living room. It's where I came in. Let's take a look at this. We have a galley kitchen here. Again, this tile I'm sure is original because it all matches the bathrooms. Older sink. Water is on. Cabinets are original. I do sometimes feel the older cabinets are better than the new ones. They seem like they made them sturdier back then. Might want to scrape and paint, give it a new color, or if you want to get really, you know, renovated, you know, you might want to put in a new kitchen. Doesn't need it. Cutting board, old school. Drawers are a little wobbly, and you can see a little. There's some wear and tear. Dishwasher looks newer. That's stainless steel. That's not original. Doors underneath. Older cabinets, but again, they can be better than the new ones. Got this little wet sink kind of bar action right here. They have a bottle of wine. And so, you know, you could have a little Frank Sinatra cocktail set up over here. And we have an island here. Mirror. I'm going to try and crop myself out. You don't need to see that. And it gives an illusion that the place is bigger. Obviously, it's an illusion. And a little bit of furniture here. That's it. You got these shades slide. And this is our, let's see, how do we exit to our little patio area. A little bit of land, a little bit of personal space. You could hear that truck go by, so it is audible. This is open, found it this way. A little bit of storage, water heater. You know, it's not new, but doesn't look crazy old. You know, home inspection will tell us about its condition as well as everything else, obviously. But it's dry in here. Don't see water penetration. That's good. I'm gonna close this. The door is a little scruffy. This could use some scrape and paint over here. Tile on the roof. Some kind of packed gravel on the floor here. You can hear the cars going by. But here's the end of this little area for external use. And I'm gonna go a little wider on the living room. Let's see, a bit more light. So I just opened up these windows. They could use a cleaning. They're a little bit in need of some elbow grease, but you can get a sense of the view with these open. From this direction. Here we are spinning around looking at the restaurant. It's kind of nice. I'm gonna go outside and try and get more sound effects. So, and again, we have overhead ducting for HVAC, heating and cooling. We do have at least one recessed light that's working in the hallway, turning that off. So here we are back out front without the landscapers, and it's quieter and birds singing. But let's see if we can hear the road. So I hope this is picking up on my microphone. You will hear vehicles, you know, if you're on this side of the front door, basically. And it's a pretty busy road, so you'll probably hear it most of the, most night and day, to be frank. And now you are going to hear airplanes to some degree too, though that's a lot of places. So from the front door, your parking place is right over here. Here is access to that little, patio space here. Gas meter, electric meter, parking spot. It looks like you're getting two. And there's room for 2 cars. And this is the parking area for this Huerta.